This is Jazz from ZX7r.co.uk, ZX7r Owners Club. Okay guys, you've seen the camera kit now. So the best place I've personally found to fit it in is where you normally keep your toolbox, which to be honest I've never used, and I'm sure you can store in the little boot we got anyway. I've used the foam which I got from the camera system, because obviously when you get the box you get the camera which sits in the middle, and this is all the foam that surrounds it. Now the way I've cut it out is, as you can see, I've made a small channel at the bottom, and this is for the lank control, which is this one here. Okay, so you press a button, it records, press it again, you can see the little LED, so now it's starting to record. You can see the blue light there. It's looking for a signal and then it starts to record. Press it again. Oh, actually press and hold. Flashes, and off it goes. So that's pretty nifty. You've then got the cable which sits on the side of it, which is, just bear for a sec, which is for your audio and your video. The other part you've got is the constant power supply from the regulator. So because of the length you get, I'm going to situate you here with a couple of cable ties, and that plugs directly into the top. Now it sits in nice and firmly. Do take note that unit is not waterproof. However, this I see as a preliminary solution. I'm looking at a more advanced feature which effectively allows the unit to sit inside here in a waterproof box, but that requires a bit more thought and some modification. One of the features which I would like to see is getting a longer cable, so I'm going to speak to Matt about that. Okay, because you know that's as long as it is, so that will reach, just grab it for a sec, that will reach up to the tank, and that means you've got to hide the cable, so you probably get it to about here. One thing I have done is I've had a look at the innards. It is a sophisticated circuit board. It does have a couple of resistors and a small chip as well to obviously mimic the light control. So what I'm potentially looking at is probably putting 4 cables out of here, 2 which is the switch and 2 which is the LED, and actually situating it within the clocks. So you'd have an LED in the clock and probably another button which you can add in here just for recording. Obviously we'll put those diagrams on play, make them exclusive just for ZX7R. So now what we've got to do is we've got to fit everything into that unit, and we've got to add this part in. Now this is for the actual camera itself. So the way we need to do this is, because obviously when you ride you're not going to always use the video recording kit. Well, you never know, you might do, but let's take the assumption that the odd couple of times you use the kit and most of the times you just do a general ride. So the way we're going to design this is we're actually going to fit this into here, put all these cables, tidy it up nice and neat, and then when you want to use it you can actually put it on the outside and close the seat, okay, and then you can connect your camera to it. Now with the camera I'll just show you how I've done that. There's 2 ways you can put the camera. The good thing about the ZX7R is, well, a lot of things, if not everything. You can stick the camera on the side. The way I've designed, or would like mine for the moment, is put mine on the side of the helmet. Okay? If you are going to do it, I suggest the left hand side, because if you overtake you can look at the person you're overtaking. Obviously we drive left hand side in the UK, keep it on the left hand side. Well, you could do right hand side, either. I've been messing around with this for at least 2 hours trying to get in the right place, so where I look the camera points on, and if I just put it like that you can see the camera facing you. Last time I got a couple of angles and it kept on misaligning. You got a stretchy cord as well, so you can imagine I'm sitting on here. The stretchy cord will plug into the bottom and then good to go. So what I'm going to do now is tidy up all of this. okay, and go from there. The concept that I'm keeping in mind is I would like this as a permanent install, meaning you can take the DV unit out, but all the cables and everything are kept in. At the moment, this isn't a bad place to put the DV unit. The disadvantage is that I found so far is because it is a bit fiddly, not as in the sense of the DV unit, the way it's been done. So you do spend a bit of time. The ultimate solution that I'm looking for is obviously, let's say in the boot, you come in, you drop your DV unit in, plug in all your cables, close the little box which sits here, completely waterproof. Hey presto, job's a good one. But that needs a bit of R&D, you know, some trial and error as well. But the first thing first, let's test the DV unit. The initial regulator, I'll just tell you where I'm going to situate that. That's the initial one, and that is going to sit here. You've got the negative, which you can take off the frame, which will be this bolt here, and then you've got the positive. And don't forget, guys, put a fuse in play. It may be a regulator to a degree, but if something, you know, pops or anything like that, you always want to be safe. So make sure you put a fuse in there. From what I've seen on the specification, it gives out 10 to 12 volts DC at 1.5 amps, so probably a 3 amp, maybe a 5 amp, something of that nature. Okay guys, so hopefully next video should be all online, showing it all finished, and then we have another video which is just me riding around and testing it all out.